makes few mistakes win. Play the forward, make the breaks, one comes always score. If it hurts, you ain't the breaks, we'll get you, double it up, put on more steam. Protect our kickers, our quarterback, our lead, our ball game. All obstacles, block, cut, sides, through the game, tap, this win it in. Press you again, we're here for the first minute. Carry everybody, keep it there for 6 minutes.
Rocky Top, you'll always be.
Unbelievable place. Great university. Knoxville's unbelievable city. Great people. The passion for football is even greater than I thought it would be. And man, Neyland Stadium, I said it, a couple of years ago, and I still think it's the best football experience for a college football fan or a player in the country.
It's, here it's Tennessee, so, we're going to get the best guys here. That's just every year. Every time we're out there, it's competition. Nobody has a spot. Nobody's comfortable. We're all working to get better.
Like I said, we play with a chip on our shoulder at Tennessee. So, we get a lot of disrespect. So we want to make it clear that we're going to come out and dominate day in and day out.
Do you remember when we fell in love? I remember, don't worry. Do you remember? I remember how it all began. How could I ever forget? It's the first time. Do you remember? I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. I can feel it in hands. I can feel it in each other. I can feel it. It's coming in the air tonight. We fell in love. You remember the time. How could I ever forget? You remember the time. We fell in love. You remember the time. How could I ever forget? Coming in the air tonight. We fell in love. You remember. Coming in the air tonight.
The first time we our best time, it turned into nighttime. I'm sitting on a fine wine, shining like the skyline. Wish I could rewind time and replay it in my mind, replay it in my mind. Oh, oh. They'll never know this love and how it feels. I never thought love at first sight could feel so real. You brought emotions out I couldn't feel.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Where's this
And I'm
microphone?
Coach Jay.
You know what's funny? Right out of the gate, check this out right here. We're getting exposed. We're getting exposed early. Tip Jackson was in the chat. We were 1 minute late, and Tip says, love Coach Jay, Mrs. Coach Jay, Coach Rice, we're on the dawn, but where the hell is Boogie? And then watch us get exposed right there, chit-chatting with Coach Jay. Hey, we were reminiscing about the days of old. We were actually going down a rabbit hole trying to find out if Warren is still in the playoffs. They are. Madden, Iam Aliava going to be playing for a state championship later tonight. That's why we were late. We were trying to find that information out, but it is freaking game day. It's the last game of the year. We only get 12 of these things. You people that are in the chat right now, you were like myself, you were like Coach Jay, you were the diehards. You will be here whether Tennessee is looking to get win number 8, whether they're looking to get win number 12, or if they're looking to get win number 1 against Vanderbilt. You will be right here talking Tennessee football. Eat, sleep, breathe it. You love it, and you guys are family, and I'm ready to get into it, talk about it with you guys, but I need a huge favor. I'm banned from Facebook. I got banned from Facebook for copyright reasons. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know how that happened. I don't know if it's music related. I can't post. I can't comment. I can't message somebody on Facebook.
You know what it was probably? You know what it probably was, Boogie? You weren't running enough timing routes, and you needed to run more routes where you throw to a point.
Right on cue, Timothy McKee drops a $2 super chat, says, hey, more timing routes, less option routes. That's probably why. I don't know, because it's like, I don't know if it was from NCAA night and then it was just late. I have no idea. It makes zero sense. But I need you guys. We got 120 people watching. You guys got to be the street team. You guys got to make sure people know we're live. Share this out on Facebook, Twitter, especially the post-game show, man. I have no marketing today, no advertising. I cannot promote the show, so I need you guys to help get the word out. We would greatly appreciate it. So hit Facebook, hit Twitter, Instagram, wherever you have social media. Get out there and post it. We would appreciate it. Jason says, yes, sir, Boogie, ride or die. Let's go. Matt says Boogie is never late. He gets here exactly when he wants to. Exactly. The show starts on time every single time. Let's hit a couple of super chats right out of the gate. Noah James for $2 drops a 8 and an orange emoji. We appreciate that. Scotty Hurley for 2 says, go Vols. Let's send this group out the right way. I agree with that. Papa J for 5 says, it's candy time. Let's go Big Orange. Till Valhalla has been a member for 7 months. We appreciate that support. I'm going to go ahead and post out the link to Talkin VAWLS Elite and Higher right now on the community tab. As they get rolling, Nelson, I've had this hat for a while. I'm glad Nelson's always on. He's always on wardrobe patrol, always watching, always lurking. Ron the Don for another 10 says 10 door fee, Boom Boom Room selection, and some orange Skittles. GBO. I appreciate that, Ron the Don. Carl Balaban for $2 says paid $60 in parking, but still excited for Nico. We're going to talk about Nico. I know we're going to get into Nico. I want to talk about Cooper Mays. I'm assuming you saw the news yesterday, Coach Jay. Cooper not going through senior day activities. So play devil's advocate here. I'm on here making videos, excited. You're not going through senior day activities. That tells me he's coming back. In what world? Make something up. Tell me a lie. Would it be possible that he's off to the NFL? Why would you skip senior day activities?
I damn near got nothing, Boogie. Like, yeah, I don't think you do. That's just it. I don't think you do. I think Coop's coming back. There's no world where you do that intentionally if you don't plan on coming back. I can't even play devil's advocate to that. I mean, as much as Coop loves this university, is entrenched in Tennessee football as his whole family is, and that whole history of that family, how would that be possible, right? It certainly doesn't feel like in any universe that would exist. So I'm going to have trouble playing the devil's advocate on that one. I think Coop's coming back, and I think it is exciting news. I about dang jumped out of a moving car yesterday when I saw that video post. I was super excited. It does so much for us to not have to worry about grabbing a center from the transfer portal, and also to have another year to develop whoever we're going to bring in, right, to play that position. Just crazy amount of value that we're getting there, crazy amount of leadership. And when you have a young quarterback, albeit a 5-star, out of this world talented kid, how helpful is that going to be to his tempo and to his pacing to have a rock right there, anchoring that offensive line in the center and being the gas pedal of this Josh Heupel high-speed offense?
Chat's going nuts, man. And I like the vibe from some of you guys saying this creates momentum, right?
Yes.
This is the one. We've been having this conversation for 2 to 3 weeks at this point, and this is the one we all wanted, and now we've got it. And now that creates the momentum. Do you get John Campbell? Do you get Spraggins to come back for another year? Brew McCoy, man, you start putting these weapons in place. And I saw somebody comment on the Cooper Mays video and basically say, this offense has been trash with Cooper this year. Why would it be any better next year? Quarterback play. That's it. You want to tell me they couldn't run the football? You want to tell me you're second in the SEC in rushing yards per game and you can't run the football? They ran the football successfully. They needed a quarterback. They got one on the way. Let's get the crew in here. Let's get the gang in here. Papaw J, man, congratulations again. Papaw, I'm never going to get that right. I'm never going to say Papaw J.
I'll change it back.
How excited are you that Cooper likely coming back? Can anybody, can you play devil's advocate? He's coming back, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, you have Nico running the offense, but the other person running the offense is Cooper. So, yeah. I mean, he directs all the offensive linemen. Where are you going to go? Who are you going to, who you're going to guard? Who are you going to get? All this and all that. He calls the plays. And having somebody that experienced is just so beneficial to Tennessee next year. It's going to be great.
Tom, how big is this? You're an offensive line guy. How excited are you about Coop Okay, I'll ask every one of you. Can you sell me that he's not coming back? How would it make any sense?
It won't. Yeah, I can't try. But yeah, it's like having the best up and coming pitcher in the world who has no experience at that level, but he's got the best catcher. You can call the game. He's going to help you out. He's going to be your boy. And like Papa Jay just said, congrats, by the way, if that's a new thing.
Oh yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
nice.
what a boon to have. Oh, nice. Great picture. Congrats. But no, I can't try to sell that because I watched your video. I mean, everything points that way.
Also didn't go through the ball walk with the seniors today. He stayed back with the rest of the team. The seniors were up front. Coop's coming back. Bob, how big of a deal is it, man? How much momentum does that create?
It is the best news I've heard all week. I have no other way to put it. I mean, Coop coming back, and that leads me to believe that he's actually going to be talking to a lot of the other supposed seniors. Even if they're going through, they can do the senior walk and then decide afterwards to come on back for next year. So some of them may be still mulling it over, but now that they've seen Cooper's, what's the word I'm looking for? His dedication to the team and his dedication that he is coming back next year, that might actually help change a few of them's mind and get them back as well.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You have your team leader.
Somebody in the chat, he knows Jordan Seaton's coming here too.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk John Campbell into coming back. Let's get Spraggs back, and let's get Jordan Seaton starting as a 5-star offensive tackle as a freshman.
Do you think there's any how about this question for y'all? Do you think there's anyone on this offensive line that Heupel says, we really appreciate everything you've done for this university, but we really need that scholarship, and thank you for your time, and thank you for giving your all to Tennessee.
Does it rhyme with Cincy?
I don't see that.
Never give up on another year of an offensive lineman. Seriously. I mean, you would never pass up a year that you could have somebody that's been in a system for a while and then just say, yeah, see ya. But they got to get in shape next year. They really do. I know Cooper was injured. You can't really do but so much with the injury he had, especially in that spot. That sucks. But, yeah, you got to get in shape. You can't be sucking wind every 2 or 3 plays, and they do that. They'll be great.
That's true. But I also think that even if he does get them to come back, or he doesn't excuse them and saying, hey, thanks for all you have. Great. Thanks for giving all your Tennessee, but we need scholarship like Boogie said. I think even with that, he still wants them to come back. Even if he doesn't think he's going to use them next year, keep that competition going. They've got the experience to help teach the next, line or the next class. Hey, this is how we do things. Yeah. I mean, I just think there's too many positives.
How many scholarships are we down this year because of NCAA ruling? What, 3 or 4? 2?
Yep.
2.
And that's not going to matter. Look, Spire Sports Group is the cure to that. They did that, was it 2 years ago? I mean, I confirmed that off record. Oops. But all those guys that came in as walk-ons through the portal, they were not walk-ons. Everything was getting paid for through. And like, a scholarship reduction means nothing now, right? It means absolutely nothing. Let me catch up on some super chats real quick. Timothy McGee drops another 5. Appreciate it. Timothy says also do more smash and dash route dash running game with Wright and Sampson. Backwoods been a member for 25 months. That's a long time, Nate. Appreciate the support, brother. Says, if you remember, I have a customer that is on staff, and the words out of his mouth are Mays was asked by Hype to come back, and he accepted. Man, that I hope that's right. I hope that's accurate. That's kind of the vibe I got. I thought Hype, that was going to be the selling point. It's Rome, baby. By the way, we had a great time. When was it? What show was it? Where It's Rome Baby was in the chat talking about his dad. We had a great time. I can't remember if it was the fan call-in show or a Wednesday show. Didn't realize how big of a following It's Rome Baby has on is it TikTok? What are the kids using these days? Also on YouTube. No. Somebody messaged me immediately and was like, do you not know how big his following is? I was like, I have no idea. Says Dorothy, a little late, but let's get it, guys. VFL, good to see you in the chat, my friend, as always. Coach, did I cut you off?
No, I was just going to say I had no idea how big of a following you had, but I did see it after, and awesome to have them in there. But hey, you know what? No matter how big or small you are, you're all part of this volunteer community, and if you're part of that, then you're family here. Bottom line.
Hey, wait a minute. Are you trying to undercut me there? I
Yes.
talk about his following, and you undercut me and thank everybody. You didn't thank Seth. He's been sitting down there for 5 minutes waiting to talk. What's up, Seth?
What's up, everybody?
Chilling.
Are you excited for football? I just got a text from JP. Went down to the game today. Sends me a picture of him and his girlfriend. Says we're here to boo Milton on senior day.
Did anyone?
Man,
It's
Oh,
a joke.
don't do it.
It's a joke.
Did anyone see his? Someone posted on Twitter. I saw him walking. He was the last one to walk during the ball walk. Did anyone see that? He got a huge ovation when he was the last one through, like a
I
huge
think it's
ovation.
more of a
It
cheer
was-
goodbye.
yeah, well, whatever it was, at least they didn't boo him. You know,
Yeah.
like I said, guys. Hey, I wanted Nico for a long dang time now, but stand up and support your family. Bottom line, full stop.
Exactly. You have to support him. I mean, he may not have been the guy we wanted this year, but he's a guy that showed up every day.
Yep.
So you've got to stand behind him. He gave his all.
I was waiting on y'all to talk. I'm just trying to let you listen to the phone call in tailgate show. Y'all take over.
One thing I meant to ask this the other night when we were talking or on Friday, and I don't quite know is Elijah Simmons out of eligibility?
Hold on, let me pull my old trusty
Because
notepad up here.
I thought he really.
No,
I know
he's
he
got
was
a COVID year. Got a COVID year.
Man, I thought he came on really strong at the end of the season. I thought he finally put it together in the off season before he got hurt, and he has been a monster on the
I love his
inside.
energy.
He is different. He can be a game wrecker at times. I don't think he can be a every down game wrecker, but he can be a every other series wrecker for this Tennessee team possibly next year if he can build on what he's already kind of put together. So I'm kind of interested to see if he walks away after kind of a, I don't know what you want to call it, a tumultuous career.
That's an interesting comment. Zero Ball says that he didn't go through the ball walk with the seniors either.
Oh.
So interesting. I love him out there in that number 10 jersey. It's so much fun seeing him out there on the inside. He's a guy, talking about his career coach. It's like, man, he's a guy that every year you're like, all right, this is going to be the year. This is going to be the year. But it's never clicked. He's never stayed healthy. He's never put it all together. So it'd be interesting because I don't know that he would go to the NFL if he left. So that's why that list, man, that we went through, the guys that have that COVID year, so many guys that could benefit from it. And not only that, but then Tennessee too, right? I mean, I broke down the numbers from like the class of 19, the class of 20. Like there's no middle. It's like all either upperclassmen or it's freshmen on this roster. And having that COVID year can kind of help you bridge that gap between the two.
Yep. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Tremendously, or it could kill us if they don't come back. Because if you don't have that little bit of cushion there, like you just made that point, it's either you're getting ready to go, or you could come back, or you just got here. We need that extra year to get those guys like Satterwhite and Warren, those types of offensive line, get them another year, get the competition. I don't know. I think it might have been Bob said, even if those guys don't start that come back, you're going to push them. The incoming guys. Yeah.
And those offensive linemen too, Tom, is they need to be a little longer in the beard than the athletes do, right? They just do. They need that time to mature and grow and get their man strength, if you will. But Seth, what do you think? Who's now that Coop's coming back? Who's that one player you want to see come back? Who's your next guy you're going to if you're Coach Hype and saying, we need you, buddy. Like we need you. Come back.
My next one was Campbell.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
I don't see Spraggs coming back. I
Spraggs.
Yeah, I don't see him coming back. Mincy, maybe.
Mincy's
a junior, right?
I screwed that up, though. He was.
Okay.
I don't know if he's on the list because he
had me
has a
messed up.
COVID year, even though he is a junior. I don't know if that's why Hubs put, because Hubs is where I got the list from.
And I know Nelson said he's a knucklehead, and Mincy to me is one of those players in a little bit different a way than Elijah, but if he would just buy in, right? If he would just have that off season where he worked his tail off and sold out for Tennessee football, I could see him having a really solid year if he can kind of make that next step.
Does
Do you
Tyler
think?
Barron have a year?
Yeah,
Does
but I
who?
think he's gone.
No,
Tyler Barron.
he's got
Oh,
to go off
he's
the
got
heat that
money.
he's got this year. Yeah,
He's
it's
got money waiting for him. He's been unblockable this year. The NFL guys watch that film nonstop. They see that the only way to stop him is to choke slam him. Trust me, they've been watching Tyler Barron. He's just gotten so he's big, fast, good hands, good typewriter feet. Can push down your big guards, can get around your big tackles. He's got a lot of tools, and he'll play on Sunday, or at least get a look.
Here, let me rattle off the list again. And again, some of these guys are juniors that have the COVID year available too. I think that's what's happened on the list. Jabari Small at running back, Brew McCoy at wide receiver, offensive line, John Campbell, Cooper Mays, Spraggins, Mincy, Dane Davis, Jackson Lampley. Defensive line, Tyler Barron, Omari Thomas, Elijah Simmons, Omar Norman Lott, who I think is also a junior, and Bryson Eason. Linebackers, Keenan Peely. That's the biggest one for me on defense. That's the guy. He's like Cooper on the defense. It's going to be your anchor.
For me, it's Peely on defense, and then Brew on the offense would be the two I would pick.
Secondary, you've got Tamarian McDonald, Warren Burrell. Is Warren Burrell? He's got to be like 37. Brandon Turnage, Nico Slaughter, Wesley Walker, and Gabe Judy Lawley. Gabe Judy Lawley is another one that we need back.
I wouldn't mind seeing Lawley stay back, even though I think he's not the kind of speed that we want. I think he could be a great rotational guy for us and kind of be a student teacher on the field with the young guys as well. So I would like to see Gabe Judy come back personally.
Me, it's the competition aspect, right, that you guys mentioned on the offensive line. Like, you got Ricky Gibson. Ricky Gibson needs to start next year.
He's going to start next year.
Is he going to be ready? If Gabe Judy Lawley's pushing him in spring camp, if Gabe Judy Lawley's pushing him in fall camp, then you're going to get more out of Ricky Gibson. What does Christian Conner and Jordan Matthews look like? You know, it's like me and Tom were talking about earlier. It's you're going straight from seniors to what would be a redshirt freshman next year.
You know, I think it was Gabe who – in what's it called, Ball Club Confidential, is that the show with Austin? Early in the year when they were going through spring, Gabe Judy Lawley and Peely was on, and they were talking to him about the young cornerbacks, Matthews, Gibson, and Christian Conyer, and he was talking about how good Matthews and Ricky Gibson are, but he said, but when the light comes on for Christian Conyer, he's got tools that are different than the other two. He said he's got length, he's got a little more speed, and he's got just kind of, those extra tools in the toolbox that some of them don't have. The others are just a little further along from a technique standpoint than Christian is.
And how much do you think his ranking? Where was Jordan Matthews, Ricky Gibson? They were from where? Louisiana and
Georgia.
Yeah.
Okay, and Christian Conyers from Kentucky, right?
Yeah,
where do you value your players? Where do you value? Who gets the boost in rankings, right? So I think maybe that impacted Christian Conyers' ranking a little bit.
I'd give 10 points of strength and 20 pounds to Arian Carter. If I could distribute my stuff the way I wanted to, Arian Carter's going to be a menace, man.
He is.
This ain't Tuesday night. This ain't Tuesday
night.
Yeah, no,
I think Arian. I think Arian. I think that first season for him was when you get in a college weight room for the first time, sometimes you can balloon up a little more than you want to, because in your high school weight room, either they weren't really pushing you the way that you needed to be. The regiment wasn't, as militant as it is at the college level. I think when Arian got into that, he kind of realized what a beast he actually is. I think they'll get him a little more wiry in the next up season. He'll get a little bit of that high twitch back and get a nice blend between that strength, size, poundage, and speed. I think we're in for a special year from a Mr. Arian Carter, as you all know what I think of him.
Me and a super chat real quick from Scotty Hurley for 5. Over or under 5 sacks today, 2 turnovers forced. Want to see this pass rush look possessed. Want to see Wright back, but think he's going to be 3rd or 4th round. Wright's gone. Wright's gone.
Yeah.
I don't know. 5 sacks. That's something I said in the game day video this morning. Let's go play ball. Let's go play ball today. Let's go get back to that dominant defensive line. Let's get back to running the football down their throat. It's Vanderbilt. Let's go dominate.
I'll take the over on both.
Will you? So you
I'll
know,
take the over on both.
So supposedly Pierce isn't starting today, as we just heard, right, from the 2-minute drill. They're resting him for the bowl game. So you still think we get there, Bob, with Joseph's over there? Still darn good at defensive. End.
I think we will. I mean, Vanderbilt's 1-9.
Yeah,
and unbeaten in SEC play. They haven't really played anybody close that I've seen that has any caliber of play. And up until the last 2 weeks, we were the number one running offense and defense. I think we dropped to 11th in the running offense.
Yeah, yep, I believe it was. Well,
so I mean, still, Vanderbilt's dead last in their rushing defense. So what does that tell you?
Yeah,
and they don't have a passing game.
And Alabama A&M. They have gotten blown out by everybody else. Well, UNLV beat them by 3, but everybody else they've gotten beaten. I mean, they got beaten real bad. Ron.
Oh, man, the myth, the legend.
Yes.
Ron the Don.
How's it going, fellas? We ready?
Hey, guys.
We're ready. Are you ready,
sir?
Ron the Don?
Oh, man. It's the last game of the official season other than the bowl game. Yeah, we got to be ready. We can, what does it say? We're going to kick some tails and give out lollipops and we fresh out of lollipops.
There you go. There you go. Ron looks like the weightlifting shirt that Latimer wore in the program when he went and busted out that car window. Ron gonna go out there and bust out car windows with his head before this game. He's gonna be fired up.
Place at the table. Place at the table. Starting defense.
There you go.
Oh man. We got 200 people still watching. Appreciate you guys hanging out for this tailgate show. Don't forget post-game show immediately after the game. For those that came in late, I'm banned from Facebook because I stole something from somebody apparently. I don't know. Isn't it weird? Like people can DM me and make comments about my mother that's no longer living on this earth, and that's perfectly acceptable. But I don't even know what I did. They won't even tell me what I did. They just said I broke copyright infringement. So I need you guys to promote the postgame show. Go to Twitter, go to Facebook, go everywhere. The link's already out there on YouTube. Grab that link and just go post it places. If you want to print it out and run to Walmart and stick it on groceries, I don't care. Let somebody know we're live tonight. We would greatly appreciate it. All right. Somebody talk. Who wants to go?
Because he was playing music.
Wright's getting 1,000.
It might have been
you
wrong.
know,
I don't know.
So
just so you know, Boogie, real quick while we're on that topic, I've got a friend of mine who's making up a Talkin VAWLS decal to put in my back window of my trucks. And I live in Kentucky, so we'll see if we can get you some Kentucky fans.
You see if your tires may get slashed. I look like James Bowers is on a mountain somewhere. Are you snow skiing somewhere, James? What are you doing?
I know. That's
I am watching football outside in the cold.
There you
Looks
go.
like you're about to go down the snow mountain.
Hey, we'll do that.
There you go.
Well, turn the camera around. What are you watching? Is it Pee Wee football?
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, yeah, you might as well say that. It's LSU, Texas A&M. That's Pee Wee.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Okay. Adam Hunt,
LSU's walking.
Been a member for 12 months. That's a year. We appreciate that. Says 1 full year. Love the show. Colt of 8. Thank you, Adam, for all that support, brother. We appreciate it. So Wright's going over 1,000 today. What does he need? 62 yards. Does he get it on the first play from scrimmage?
That'd be nice. I mean, they schemed that one up. Yeah, they schemed that one up. So I don't know if you all caught that, but that was something they saw in the pre-film study throughout the week. That would be there. That linebacker came up in that wrong gap and pulled that through. So a great bit of scheme from Joey Halsley there. Apparently it was Mr. Halsley who drew that one up. So nice to see. I know everyone's been critical at times because Heupel can call plays and run things, but Halsey has had scheme this year that's been open and been there, and we've not executed on it. Nice to see him have a play pop like that. I thought, but kind of on that topic, guys, if you were letting go one coach this season, Who would you go with? Maybe start at the top with Tom, and then we can go down the line here.
Probably Tim Banks.
Okay. All right.
Oh
Don?
my gosh.
Yeah.
Wait, we're
Ron,
going straight and cutting off the head
Okay.
of the defense?
Okay. All right. Yeah. We'll
make
get
Coach J's not letting me argue. He's like,
I'd
shut up and let them
Coach
answer.
G- Yeah, I'd make Coach G the defensive coordinator. I really would. I mean, I know
Ooh.
that just promote
I
from
mean, I'm not
within.
going to fight you over that idea.
Keep Coach G here as long as humanly possible, because in another year or two when our defense has success, because he's been there for a while, they're going to try to poach him. Other teams are going to try to poach him, just like they did Coach Golish. And I mean, that was after 1 year of success, and he was gone.
Yeah. What do you think, Ron the Don? You keeping the whole staff? Anyone you'd like to see changed out?
Ooh, cornerback coach.
Ron, yeah, okay, yeah. Willie Martinez, probably a popular answer.
I mean, he's those guys.
He's got to go.
Come on.
Okay, Bob agrees. Bob
Oh.
agrees.
Absolutely.
Athanator, did you not want to answer? You still there? Or
I'm here.
or-
I'm here.
Okay. Willie
I'm here.
Martinez.
Willie
is
Martinez
your
is gone.
uncle? Okay.
He's gone.
wanna get rid of him. Okay.
Hey, Coach.
And what say you, James, real quick, and then we'll get to you.
Oh yeah, Martinez.
Okay, go ahead, Bob.
Coach, did you get your resume sent in to Coach Hype?
No, not yet. I would shoot. I'd send that in a second. DBs aren't really my speciality, and I kind of like where Coach Jean Marie has the linebacking core. I don't think he's been perfect by any stretch of the imagination, and sometimes it's kind of hard to feel, what aren't they being taught? What are they doing? But just based on like what I've seen from Herring, he's making the right read. He's just slow to that read and slow to that position. I don't necessarily put that on the coach. So I kind of like that. Man, I would take a linebacking coaching job in a minute. But yeah, no, I'd be happy to send my resume into.
I've got a question. I got a question. Do
Yeah.
you think that we might also need not just Willie Martinez has got to go? That's a done deal. But I really think that we need to start looking at another strength and conditioning coach, because we should not seeing so many winded players this deep in a season. They should have already gotten to where they're worked up and conditioned enough to play these games throughout. Now I know some of them are taking a whole lot of snaps. There's not a whole lot of substitutions, but they still shouldn't be getting that winded.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's conditioning coach, but that's where I'm leaning. They need to think about a change there as well.
Yeah, maybe, and it's hard to tell there too. It could be conditioning, it could be injuries, it could be the amount of reps they've been taking. Sometimes it can be a little hard to tell from the outside looking in, but hopefully Coach Hype is pretty self-aware there and can kind of make a judgment call on that. I know people were saying Coop's been winded at times, but Coop was injured half the dang year, right? He missed out on half that conditioning, so that can be a little bit rough. I kind of give Coop a little bit of a pass on his conditioning.
I do too. I mean, I see where it's not as bad each week. Each week he looks a little bit better,
Yep. Trucker Dougie, where are we driving to?
We're headed up to the cold Nebraska.
Oh, fun.
Lucky me.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, you
there
got plenty of corn to eat, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Fair enough.
I'll be in Iowa tonight.
Whoever's got a TV on in the background, do me a favor and turn it down just a little bit. I would appreciate that.
I got mine muted.
I mean, if you got it on, just you can turn it down a little bit, just so we don't hear it coming through the microphones. There we go. I didn't even have to call anybody out by name. Adrian Wells been a member for 8 months. Appreciate that support. Thank you for that. I'm just reading the chat. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. What? Go ahead, Tom.
I was going to say, if I could get rid of a coach over the offseason and have them do one thing differently for the next year, it'd be Bob just touched on it, getting in shape, but getting pissed off, getting mean.
More fire.
Yeah, man. They have some piss and vinegar in them. I mean, we got it in the chat. Every time Boogie puts out a video, we're ready for our guys to eat somebody alive, and they just go out there and they're like, all right, well, I guess we get to play football today. If I
what do you think?
I wonder if some of that isn't Joe. I think with his
Maybe.
light style and always joking and trying to keep everybody light, if he's keeping them from getting mad, getting mean.
But I don't know though, because like Hendon last year didn't get mad. He didn't get mean. I think it feeds from Josh Heupel. That's his laid back personality.
Right, but you do have some, like Coach Eck, Coach Gardner are extremely fiery guys, right? I feel like you've seen it in small teaspoons from the defense at times. But yeah, I would like some more fire. And Hendon, yeah, Boogie, I agree. Hendon was kind of a calm lead from example kind of guy, but I feel like he is different than Joe, right? Though, in a little bit of that personality, like a little bit of that laughing, joking, laissez-faire attitude.
Was stoic.
Hendon was stoic.
Hendon was on a mission
laissez-faire,
all the time.
right? And 100%. I do
100%.
think sometimes that can have a little bit of a ripple effect, perhaps. I think just peeking into Nico, you're going to get more of that stoic, fiery stoic type than a fiery guy out of Nico. You're not going to see him, screaming in people's faces and being Tim Tebow out there. Nico's going to be more like Hendon, more like Josh Dobbs in temperament.
The funny thing is, like, everybody responds to different styles of coaching, right? It's almost like a teacher. Like, kids learn different ways. Not everybody learns the same way, and it's the same thing with coaching. Like, my uncle was a basketball coach, and he would eat you alive, chew you up, spit you out, grab you by the jersey, throw you into the locker room and tell you not to come out until you were ready to play like a man. And you would go sit and sulk in the locker room until the second half. But guess what? Everybody that played for him loved him. Just like Coach G. Like, that's Coach G coaches that way. They laughed when he first came back to Tennessee, and they're putting out the spring practice videos. They're like, yep, Coach G's back. You can hear him over anybody else out there. But there's really nobody else that has that fire. I don't know. It's just – I don't know. You can't fake it, right? You can't fake it. That's why Joe's out there laughing and dancing, because he can't fake leadership. You either got it or you don't. And I think Hype is a natural leader. I think it's just different. Like look at Jeremy Pruitt kicking a dry erase board. He looked like an idiot. So I don't know.
Made a great gift though.
We bought one of our. So he was basically our offensive coordinator. He called the plays, but we bought him a steel clipboard when we graduated senior year, because he kept breaking clipboards. He would get that pissed off,
over helmets.
Over helmets. Sucks. Yeah. He would, he'd give you an earful on the sideline for sure. And then you got to go right back out there because you're playing defense. We did the platoon.
Yeah. Grab you by the face mask. He
was like, I would pull you if I had somebody else.
I love it.
Albert Ainsworth on the sideline. Yeah.
Getting pissed.
Yeah.
We had a high school head football coach that was notorious for smashing clipboards over helmets too.
Heck, I had an offense coordinator one time. He got the referee threw a flag, and he got mad at the referee and threw the flag back at him.
I've seen that happen too, Seth. That is the best thing ever.
I played because he was my favorite coach.
That usually draws the second flag, but
that was amazing.
Yeah,
did he pull the pin on the grenade first, like the guy that had the complete meltdown for the Braves that time?
Yeah. It was funny. He was like, "You want a flag? I'll throw you a flag," and he grabbed it and threw it. And the head coach and our offensive coordinator got kicked out of the game.
Nice.
Our offensive line coached the rest of the game. Called the plays on offense.
Yeah, there you go.
It was power.
Yeah. Wait, was his name Coach J?
Yeah, he loves power.
Coach Terry.
There you go.
We had a freshman in my high school team. His first play, he got flagged, and they called out the flag, and he reached over, picked up the flag, and went and handed it to the official, and they flagged him, and you're not supposed to touch the flag.
I got flagged for that.
For no reason.
I was a JV kid, man. I'm a respectful guy when I like you, and the ref hadn't given me a cause to not like him. He called a penalty on the defense for offsides. I leaned over to pick the flag up and give it back to him, and he threw a flag on me. I was like, what in the hell is that?
Oh, man.
I was trying to be polite,
That's brutal.
And it wasn't like he was throwing it back at him. He was just trying to hand it to him. He picked it up to hand it to him so he wouldn't have to bend over, But you're not supposed to touch him.
Yeah, leave them flags on. Officials get real touchy.
So you guys, You think we'll see some of these young DBs today, guys? What do you think? You think we'll see some Gibson, some Matthews? Definitely Gibson, right?
I'm looking forward to it.
Gibson be the first one we see, probably.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think we'll see a lot of Turrentine today, deep back there too. He's had moments where the light kind of looks like it's flickering there, so I'm excited to see him get some more run. Excited to see maybe Addison Nichols get some run. I believe what is it, Lampley that's starting today in
Yeah,
place of
yeah,
Sprague.
that's what they said
But I
on the
think we'll
10-minute
see a lot
drill.
of Addison Nichols, and I kind of want to watch Addison a little bit. Kid that came out had a lot of promise, but doesn't look like it's materializing for him yet. Kind of want to see if I can get some eyes on him and see what he looks like. Nelson wants to see Jack Luttrell. Yeah, a kid who's got an awesome electric high school tape. In the spring, he looked like he needed a year in the college program to me, but who knows where he's at currently at this moment of time with his conditioning and physique.
The question is, are we going to see young guys no matter what? Or are we only going to see young guys if Tennessee is up by 28 or 35 or something stupid? Same thing with Nico. Like all this speculation. And
it'll probably be something stupid.
It's something we've been talking about for a couple of weeks now, right? Get Nico some series early. Now some of the people in the media are starting to sell that after the comments from Heupel last week about the red shirt and everything. I don't know. I'm interested to see if anything changes this week. Now that you've preserved the red shirt, that you can't use that as an excuse anymore. The red shirt is preserved. So does he get any series early, or is it second half, third quarter, fourth quarter?
Yeah,
for me,
you know the answer.
I think this is maybe a bold prediction, but it may not be. I think that we jump out to a big lead in first quarter and then Joe sits down. I really believe it. I believe Nico come in somewhere in the first of the second quarter, end of the first quarter, beginning of the second quarter, and I think he takes the game from there. I think that's probably what they have planned to get him that playing time. But Joe will start senior day. There's no doubt in my mind about that.
Oh, yeah, he's starting. No question about that.
So let me ask you guys a question, too. Maybe we'll go to James. So, James, I noticed SW fan in the chat earlier said, man, if Nico goes out there and balls, I'm gonna be pissed. Like I'm gonna feel like we wasted a season. So say Nico gets in there early. Say we do jump out. Nico goes up, puts up 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. Does that make you a little salty, or you kind of trust the hype? Held him till the right time.
Yeah, I trust hype.
I wouldn't be pissed.
It's
I wouldn't be mad.
Though.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
Let James.
I think Nico is the answer, but I do believe Heupel's doing the right thing.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I think starting them too early would have ruined them.
Yeah. He's probably looked at stuff throughout the year and seen how it wasn't really going so smooth. And to throw Nico out there when the offense isn't really clicking like it should, he might regress while the people are still trying to come up around him. Now Nico can see the coach can make adjustments for Nico when he actually gets in the game. He can put a full schedule based around Nico and his talents to play football and to play well and put in positions to succeed. He's going to succeed anyways, but he will succeed better when everything is running properly.
It's all about your what's your narrative, right? Are you in the cult of 8 or are you in the cult of 7? It's like, go back to last year and Joe going out and balling out against Vanderbilt. Well, it's because it was just Vanderbilt. That's the only reason. Joe balling out in the Orange Bowl. Well, it's because they had so many players that opted out. That's the only reason. Right? You can spin it any way you want to spin it. So if you want to spin it that Nico's not the guy, well, it's just Vanderbilt. That's it. If you're a Nico guy, if you're an optimist, if you're looking to the future, you say, oh, man, told you guys. Told you Nico was the man. Right? It's all about your narrative that you want to sell. People are going to respond how they want to respond. I'll be excited. I ain't going to look back. I'm looking to the future. 2023 is over to me. I'm looking for 2024, and I need a little spark. I need a little spark that's going to fire us up for the offseason.
Yeah. I've always looked at the Vanderbilt game
Boogie, you said there's
since the early 90s. We should use the Vanderbilt game as a get-ready game for your young guys. We really should. They've beaten us, once in 35 years? I mean, how many times have they beaten us in 30 years? If you can say that kind of a question about a team, you should be using little brother down the road in Nashville as the get-ready young guys game. And, I mean, there's an argument to be made for about 20 years there. We should have been using Kentucky the same way. but absolutely Vanderbilt. And it's just, I don't know why they don't start the young guys just to go. I know everybody wants to see Joe on senior day. Give him a series and then get him out of there. Put Nico in immediately. That's just get them ready, all of them. The guys you know that are coming back 100%, like Cooper. If he's told you in private he's coming back, put him on the field, play him the whole game, experience. Do it with every single one of them.
It's like last year, right? Last year by mistake, right? Joe was the guy that was going to be taking over this year. He got the run in the Vanderbilt game because Hendon was hurt, and he got the run in the bowl game. I'm in the camp. Hey, if we're going to roll Nico out there and the red shirt's intact, guess who needs to start the bowl game? I hope Joe opts out, and I don't care if it's by his own decision or if Josh Heupel sits down with him and says this is in your best interest and lies right to his face that he needs to opt out because it's in his best interest. Let me hit this super chat real quick from Hank. Hank is at the game for the $2. Says Joe came out for senior day to a lot of cheers. I'm glad. I thought our fan base would send him out on a high note.
Well, here's my thing, Boogie. You said there's a cult of 7 and a cult of 8, but there's one other cult you ain't talked about, and I'm not talking about the Talkin VAWLS cult. I'm talking about
Colt
the Colt
45?
of Tennessee. Colt of Tennessee. I don't care who they play as quarterback right now. I just want to see Tennessee win, period. I don't care who's driving the offense.
There you go.
I just want to see Tennessee get out there and play.
Kill
him. That's my thought.
Amen to that.
So, Boogie, we how much time before the game starts?
We got about 14 minutes, Ron the Don.
14 minutes. Man, can I get 5 of it? Because I know you got problems with Facebook and everything and the music and stuff. I want to throw something at you real quick.
Run with it, Ron the Don. What do you got?
All right, here we go. This is something I've been hearing throughout the chat throughout the years I've been here. You ever heard that term that we've been saying? Feels like 98. Well, here we go.
Yeah.
And it feels like 98. And it feels like 98. Come on, y'all. Football time in Tennessee. Join the Talkin VAWLS. You will see. And it feels like 98. It feels like 98. Peyton got it started. T. Martin said it's free. Come on, y'all. It's football time in Tennessee. And it feels like 98. It feels like 98. Got Dauber in the room. X is in the chat. Coach J with the plays. And Boogie Bentley with the stats. But it feels like 98. It feels like 98. It feels like 98. Going for a natty. We're gonna bust some balls. If you wanna join the party, better join the Talkin VAWLS. But it feels like 98. It feels like 98. It feels like 98.
This is all the louder I got.
There we go.
Hey, the baby Ron.
Ron the Don. Only.
Need some music. They can't
That
dance.
was amazing.
Only on Talkin VAWLS. You're the
Big
man.
Ron.
Ron's the man.
Best
Ron,
channel
you
on
become a
YouTube.
legend around here in only a matter of weeks. You've been in a chat forever. You became a legend within the last month. You're the man, Ron. The chat's eating it up. They're going nuts. What's up, Nate? You just popped in here. What do you think about it feels like? That's going to be in my head the rest of the day.
Yeah, man, it's feeling good. I hope that we stay focused today, even though it's going to be an easy win. Hope we don't lose focus and little mistakes, even though it's little brother. Little mistakes, man, they make big issues. So we got to stay focused, keep it clean, and I do look for Cultivate to bring it on down the road. You know,
if you wanted to show somebody that you were a member of the Cultivate, Nate, where would you go?
Man, I would go to bonfire.com.
Oh, yes.
There you
/
Serve 'em up.
/Talkin VAWLS.
Oh, close. Bonfire.com
No.
Bonfire.com.
/store/Talkin VAWLS. And you can get your
Nice
Colt
Talkin VAWLS.
of 8 shirt. You can show them that you represent the number 8. I didn't start this, Colt. Coach Jay started it. He's trying to take over the channel. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I can't fire him because then I won't have a wingman, and I got to have him to do a little work because we're going to be recruiting, film breakdowns, all kinds of fun stuff. But go get your Colt of 8 shirt at bonfire.com /store/Talkin VAWLS. We're about 10 minutes away from kickoff. I want to give everybody enough time. Tom, we'll start with you, brother. What are you looking for today? What do you want to see? Keys to the game. It's going to be a blowout. It's a glorified scrimmage. So just tell me what you want to see and give me your score prediction. Oh, he's muted.
Oh, no.
There we go.
Now he's back.
I hope it's a blowout. I want to see 300-plus yards of rushing. I don't want Vanderbilt to get 300 total yards. And I really want to see the young guys ASAP. I mean, they should start the young guys after they give the seniors a couple of series, and that's it, and get ready for the bowl, whatever meaningless little bowl game we get into, the car bowl, ashtray bowl, or whatever it is. But, yeah, eat up on little brother, get ready for the season, and, yeah, that's basically my 2 cents.
What's your score?
Hell, if they get more than 300 yards of rushing, I would say at least 45, maybe 10, 45-10 UT, something like that.
I like it. Always appreciate you coming on, Tom. We'll catch up post-game show and then again on the fan call-in tomorrow night.
Have a good one, guys.
Later, brother. All right, Bob, what do you got? Keys in your score prediction.
Keys to the game. To jump out that early lead, I want to see a good, solid running game. I don't want to see them giving up on it too early. I want to see them start rolling the guys in early, get everybody to play kind of like they did before our last 2 weeks. I don't care if they get Gaston Moore out there a little bit, maybe Navy a little bit. Give him a little more play time. As long as we get out to an early lead, that's all I want to see. I want to see them get out there and just pound the ball like old school Tennessee football. I want to see the defense step up, especially our secondary. I'll be happy. I'm thinking we're going to do it big, 60-9, 60-12 at the most. I don't see them getting anything but field goals.
I like it, Bob. Although you pissed somebody in the chat, they said we're playing Vanderbilt and Bob's got a hat with an anchor on it. They're not happy with you, Bob.
It's a Navy hat. It is a Navy hat from when I was in the Navy, by God. And by the way, I am always in jail. Who was it? Predator catcher asked about me being in jail. I'm always in jail.
That's right.
That's prison, by God.
Right. Don't get no commentary without Bob say so.
Sometimes they let him out on work release, but Bob's back in the slammer, which means he's back on the show. So we appreciate it. Always a good time, Bob. We'll catch up with you on the post-game show, brother.
All right.
All right, later, buddy. Let me hit a couple of super chats real quick. That's right. Go Vols for 2 says only one UT and one right shade of orange. That's right. Go Vols, he says. Well, I mean, if I was prepared, I could do this.
With Texas coming into the league now, which school has the real claim to being able to call itself UT?
There's only one real UT. One right shade of orange.
I like the wink at the end of that clip. That's what makes me laugh about it. Honesty for $2 says Colt of 13, play 13, win 13. Well, I'm down with that. Do I need a Colt of 13 shirt as well? Seth, what do you got? Give us your keys and the score prediction, buddy.
Buckle up. Them chin straps take care of business. Play the young guys early and run the ball efficiently. And I think we're going to win 59-13.
I love it. I know I'll see you on the post-game show. Hope you'll be on the fan call-in show tomorrow night. We're going to do a watch party for the SEC Championship game, too. So everybody that's at that watch party tier, come hang out. We'll watch the SEC Championship game. Have a good time with that as well. But, Seth, always appreciate you jumping on, buddy.
All right. See you guys.
All right. We got to save Ron the Don for last. Nate, what do you got, buddy?
Man, I know it. Like I said earlier, I know everybody's calling this just a don't want to say glorified scrimmage, but everybody's talking about little brother. I still want to see no mistakes on defense. I want to see the offensive line take care of business. I want to see them get into the secondary, butts down, heads up, playing hard football all day, for 4 quarters. no stopping, no slouching, and it's hard for me to see that we would ever even think about losing this game. So I'm not even going to say that. But I want to see us take control and control to the end.
There you go.
Sorry, I'm getting pissed at my camera back here. Always appreciate you coming on, Nate. The chat is
Yes,
disappointed
sir.
you didn't break out the cowboy hat, but that's all
Yeah,
right.
I met
somebody
folks, man. I can't have it.
Oh, I was going to say, somebody kick you out of the house or something. You're outside. They won't let
Yeah,
you talk.
back in Tennessee now.
Oh, back in God's country. That's a good
That's
thing.
right.
That's a positive
That's
thing.
right.
All right, brother. Appreciate you coming on. We'll catch you on the post-game show, man.
All right, brother.
All right, James, what do you got, buddy?
First off, I want Jalen Wright to hit that 1K. I want him to break that. And I want to see the young guys get a lot of run. I want to see Nico get out there. It'll probably be third quarter, but I want to see that. I want the seniors have a good day. And Vols by 50.
I love it, brother. Appreciate you coming on.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, Trucker Dougie, what do you got, buddy?
I just want to see a clean game and don't get overconfident. Even though it is a glorified scrimmage, we still have so I don't want them to look too far ahead, and get overconfident. And I want to see the young guy again. I was actually having a discussion with my best friend earlier, and he wants Nico to start. And I'm like, as much as I would love to say that, Joe is a senior, and I want I'll play a few series before they get the boot. I will add on about Joe. I do think Hopple is probably going to ask him to sit out the bowl game to see what Nico can do. And I think that would be okay at this point. It's probably going to be I don't even know what bowl they're even predicting us for. But I would like to see them play pretty early. Sorry, there's traffic all around me, so I'm trying to focus on that. Score. I give Vandy 3. Actually, no, I'll give them 2. We'll go safety.
Safety, dang.
Give 10. 2. 2. And Tennessee 50 2. We'll give
50 to 2. I think that's the first time we've ever heard that right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. Trucker, Dougie, be safe out there, brother. Don't be like Coach Jay and be out there texting and driving. You be safe, focus on the road, and we'll catch you on the post-game show, brother.
I will actually be on there because I don't have to get up. I will be on there.
Awesome, buddy. Have a good night. All right, Ron the Don. What do you got? Get them fired back up here.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. All right, this last game of the year, we practiced, we played, we've done everything we need to do to get to this point. We're going on to next year, Nico cometh. But for this game today, I want Mr. Wright to get his yards. I want the defense to act like they belong on the field, Passing, maybe let Joe get a couple of long-distance bombs. Do some scoring. But the main thing I want to be let known, we are the Vols. Vanderbilt is Vanderbilt. We just had Halloween. Vanderbilt been tipping-toeing in our closet, stealing our candy daily. You can't do that, little brother. You cannot do that. This is the Vols. No. We're going to spank you. You're going to be, Mama. We're going to take the candy. We're going to run down E40. Come back, E40. Back down, E40. And with the Vols in our back pocket, say, hey, you know who he is. Stop playing. Get back to Nashville. We're going to do this. And it feels like 98.
On the Dawn.
Let's go prediction. 56 to 9. When I say 9, that's German for 0.
Ron the Don, you're the man. We'll catch you on the post game show, brother. I appreciate the tunes. You're the
Always
man.
a pleasure, Don.
You're the man.
Oh,
Nelson
man.
says now Ron is a Baptist preacher. Oh man. It's always a good time hanging out with the boys. We're about a minute away from kickoff. Vanderbilt coming up here at 3:30. We'll catch you guys on the post game. Don't forget, do us a favor. I am banned from Facebook, so I need you guys. When I tweet it out, you guys blast that link everywhere. Go grab it right now. The link is up so you guys can go and hang out during the game. Just hit the share button on that real quick and then put it on Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. Let them know we're live for the post game show. I would appreciate it. Jenny for $5 says Vandy has beaten us 6 times in the last 30 years, 7 the last 41. They beat us the year I was born. Go Vols. They're not beating us today, Jenny. We're going to go take care of business. We'll be right here celebrating after the game. For Coach Jay, my name is Boogie Bentley. This is the Talkin Vols Network. Go Big Orange.
That we call home, and it's night and I'm alone and I'm alive.